guys, Miss Crafty Dojo here on my very first video. You know what? It is such an eyesore to have cleaning bottles labeled in markers. It can pose some risk because you might be using the wrong product because the writings are gone, they're all smudged out. So let's find out how to elevate your everyday household cleaning bottles by using permanent adhesive vinyl and a little resourcefulness in case you run out or do not have a vinyl transfer tape. I will show you how. So the first thing I did is to open my Silhouette Studio to create the labels. Two of my bottles here at home needed to be labeled properly with peroxide bleach and Bona cleaner. I'm choosing a font that matches the purpose of this project, which is obviously to label household agents. Choosing an uber fancy font might not be a good idea. We're not customizing cleaning bottles as wedding favors, right? So I chose a font that's simple, readable from afar, and still has some sense of style. I was telling my husband that these bottles need a makeover, and he was asking what for when he already labeled the bottles with our markers. My dear husband, he did what he could, but the handwriting on the bottle needs to go. That's why we're doing this project. Then I checked the material on the screen and I made sure it's the right one so the machine will be able to cut your design properly. In this case, it's vinyl matte since I'm using a matte white permanent adhesive vinyl. Then the settings I tweaked a bit. I wanted to be on the safe sure side. Probably unnecessary, to be honest, to make the force 10 and 2 passes. We all know that vinyl is a thin material, so you can go way lower from those numbers with just one passing. And after that, click send. So let's have our machine ready. I am using Silhouette Portrait 3 and I love it for the size, for the weight and function. It's actually very easy to use. Before I hit send onto the machine, I made sure it's connected to my Bluetooth. You can also use the cord provided in the box if you're having trouble with your connection. As you can see on the video, I just fed the cutting mat with the vinyl onto my machine. I made sure it's placed nicely, neatly, and flat onto the surface. Also, this is very important. Please make sure that the vinyl side and not the sticking paper is facing up. And once everything is settled, once everything is checked and ready, let's watch our cutting machine do its wonders. And here comes my favorite part of the process, weeding. Well, I don't know about you all, but I find weeding satisfying. Just the peeling, the sound it makes, and what have not. This is also the part when I'm so excited to see the outcome of cutting the material from the machine. I just have to remind myself not to be overly excited about peeling and weeding because it can damage the design. So as you can see, while I'm peeling and weeding the excess vinyl, it's still stuck on the cutting mat, and this helped me do this part easily. And as for the weeding tool, you can use whatever works for you. Since weeding tools comes with other crafting tools when you buy them, it comes with a set, obviously. The bottom line here is I just always have to remind myself not to rush on this step and just enjoy the process. Otherwise, it's going to ruin portions of the design. Okay, so now we are getting ready for the next step. Okay, so when I was working on this project, I realized that I did not have enough vinyl transfer tape. So I could have just stopped right there and called it a day. But nope, I dissent. I won't let these bottles look like it was for another day. So I took out a regular clear packaging tape that can cover the vinyl design. I treated and used it the same way as how we use a vinyl transfer tape. Just cut the size you need, stretch, and avoid creasing or folding it because it's sticky, obviously. And then firmly and carefully press the packaging tape onto the design. To make sure that the vinyl sticks onto the tape, I use a scraper to further make the adhesion firm. After this, take a deep breath and gently and slowly peel the tape from the paper. I was praying that it won't stick together because it's going to be a disaster, like you have to start all over. But hey, when we do crafting, patience is a virtue. Plus a lot of divine intervention. All right, as I have successfully pulled out the vinyl design from the paper, I put it on the safe portion of my work area. Then I will do the same for my second vinyl design. And if ever, just if ever, while pulling the tape off the paper portion of your design didn't come off, just slowly and gently tape it back onto the paper. Use the scraper to firm it up, just like this. Like just make sure you do it in one direction and then try again. So, I put aside the cutout on a clean, safe side of my work area as I move along to the next step, which is cleaning the spray bottle. There are marker writings on it, and it needs to be removed before putting anything new on top of the bottle. I chose to use rubbing alcohol and dabbed a small amount of it on a piece of paper towel. I chose rubbing alcohol because it dries easily, it's potent on cleaning marks on plastic surfaces, and it does not leave a sticky residue on the surface compared to hand sanitizers, for example. After dabbing a small amount on the paper towel, rub it nicely and let it dry for a few seconds before putting the cutout. Make sure the plastic surface does not have any fibers or dirt on it before putting the cutout. Then, it is time to put on our cutout label. It's up to you whether you want to place it vertically or horizontally. In this project, I decided to put the label horizontally. I think it makes more sense to put it that way. It's so much easier to read it from afar. I made sure I place it on the surface nicely, straight, and neatly. Then I use a tool to flat it out and stick completely on the surface. So when we peel the tape off, guess what? It is going to be super duper satisfying. Alright, so off we proceed to my other favorite part of this project, which is peeling the tape. Since I used a normal packing tape here, note that it is much thinner than the typical vinyl adhesive tape. So I had to be very extra careful on this step. As always, we have to peel the tape gently using a single direction. If ever the tape rips midway, do not panic. Just keep doing it carefully. Same process goes to the spray bottle for the Bona cleaner. First, you have to clean the surface by using rubbing alcohol dabbed on a piece of paper towel. Then, let it dry for a few seconds. Make sure it does not have any unwanted residue like fibers or dust or dirt. Then I will take out the cutout label from the corner. Then I just have to lay it nice and flat and really firm onto the plastic surface. Like the first bottle, I decided to put the cutout label horizontally for consistency. Once again, if ever the tape rips off midway, do not panic. Just keep doing what you're supposed to do and make sure you're very extra careful on it. If you have to firm it onto the surface again, just do so and repeat the process. And there it is, our second spray bottle. So there you have it. We were able to do a makeover on our spray bottles. Check it one last time for any dirt or bubble caps inside the letter cutout. You have the option to wipe the finished product with a dry clean cloth or paper towel to remove any remaining residue. Afterwards, both of these beauties are ready to use. No more confusion, no more making mistakes on using the wrong agent. It makes household cleaning safe and easy. I hope you all liked this tutorial. Please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Watch out for other projects. Toodles everyone. Miss Crafty Dojo out.